wanted to finish out section 12.4 today. We stopped on page 524 at the bottom of the page, so we will begin this video with example 2. Find the slope of the line y equals -3. Now when y equals a number, it's either a horizontal or a vertical line, and when you think of y equaling a number, let's say this is your axis and this one is your y-axis, then let's say it equals whatever this number is here. It has to equal that number everywhere, and when you start drawing more points, you end up with a horizontal line. So when y equals a number, you get a horizontal line. And the slope of this line is not going to be -3. That's wrong. The slope of this line is either going to be 0 or undefined. So when you're confused about which it is, think of a roof. If a roof is flat, it has 0 slant. This line is flat, so this slope is 0. If a roof stands straight up in the air, then it has it just doesn't make sense. Why would you have a roof standing straight up in the air? So when a line is vertical, standing straight up and down, then its slope is undefined. So in the second problem, you have x equals a number instead of y equals a number. When x equals a number, that means x is going to be something, and everywhere that you plot a y point, x will still be that same thing. So this line crosses the x-axis at x equals 1/6, and so your line is going to be a vertical line, and that means, just like the roof that doesn't make sense, this slope is undefined. So we are going to look at page 525 now. And we start some word problems. So Hoover Dam rises approximately 726 feet over a horizontal distance of about 660 feet. So find the grade of the dam. In actuality, the grade is not a constant near its top, but we're going to treat it as if it's a constant. So what we want to do is say that we have a horizontal distance of 660 feet, and the dam rises up to 726 feet. So from here to here, what is the slope? So if we treat this as 0, 0, then this point here would be x equals 0, y equals 726. And this point here, we're just going to treat it as positive. I could have drawn it the other way, but slopes of hills or dams or anything physical are always positive. So here we're going to have x equals 660 and y equals 0. So now we have 2 points, and we can say the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and you can choose this to be x1, x2, or y1, sorry, and this to be x2, y2. So y2 is going to be 0. So we're going to have 0 minus y1, which I mislabeled. Let me redo this. It's a mess. So this is y1. y2 is 0. y1 is 726 over x2, which is 660, minus x1 is 0. And whatever our answer is, it's going to be positive, because that is the way a physical thing is. So we're going to get negative, the zeros really go away. They don't mean anything. So we're going to get negative 726 over 660, which if you put into your calculator 726 over 660, you're going to get 1.1, and 1.1 in percentage is 110%. So let's go on to the next page. Now you can do the your turn and make sure you understand what I just did, and then you can check your answer by watching the little video for this example. So, next page, we have in the year 2000, 8,600 students were enrolled at a local college. By 2010, enrollment had increased to 9,900. So in 2000, we're going to let our x be 2,000. Let me pull up my pencil here. There we go. X is, I'm going to do my work over here. I'm not going to do this problem. So in the year 2000, we have 8,600 students. So we're going to use that as X and Y. In the year 2010, we have 9,900 students. So we do our Y2 minus Y1, and we get, let's say Y2 is 9,900 minus 8,600 over 2010 minus 2,000. So here we have 9,900 minus 8,600 over 2010 minus 2,000. So 99 minus 86 is going to be 1,300 students over 10 years, or 130 students per year. So the rate of change is growing between 2010. So it is growing by 130 students per year, and so that would be your answer. So let's look at the readiness check, and we have x2 minus x1 overrun, y2 minus y1 not defined, rise, and 0, and we're going to fill in the blanks. The slope of the line containing the points x1, y1, and x2, y2 is, and then they want you to write the formula, and the formula is going to be y2 minus y1, over x2 minus x1. The slope of a vertical line is always what? Horizontal, vertical, 0 or not defined are your two choices. So if it's a vertical line, it goes up and down doesn't make any sense for a roof, remember? There we go. So the slope of this line is not defined. Okay, slope may be expressed in terms of vertical and horizontal change as rise over run. And the slope of a horizontal line is going to be 0, like a flat roof. So again, remember that the slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.